Okay, good day everyone. We're here for our asynchronous discussion, which is for topic number 8, 9, and 10. So today we will discuss our topic number 8, which is all about the services marketing. So what is services marketing, by the way? So according to Morrison, services marketing is a concept based on a recognition of the uniqueness of all services. It is a branch of marketing that specifically applies to the service industries. So service industries which is we are included, which is the tourism and hospitality industry. And that definition is according to Morrison. Sabi dito, concept based on a recognition of the uniqueness of all services. So that is the definition of services marketing. And also, services marketing relates to the marketing of services as opposed to tangible products. So we are offering what? Services, not tangible products. We are offering services which is all about the experiences that the guests should feel whenever they encounter or whenever they engage to our services offered. And also, proper marketing of services contributes substantially to the process of socio-economic development. Kapag na-market ng mabuti yung ating mga services in tourism and hospitality industry, malaki ang maiko-contribute niya sa socio-economic development. So here, we have our services marketing triangle, which is in this services marketing triangle, makikita natin dito kung ano yung interrelation ng bawat isa in a company, in the internal marketing, in the external marketing, the providers, the customers, and we also have the interactive marketing. So what do you mean by this triangle? We have three parts of this triangle. We have the company, we have the providers, and we also have the customers. Company, of course, company as a whole, yung mga may-ari, yung mga business owners, so they are the company na tinutukoy dito. The providers is their employees, of course, who are the ones na nagbibigay ng services sa mga guests or customers. So sila po yung providers. So we have company, we have providers, and we also have the customers. So kanino ba ibinibigay ng mga providers at ng company yung mga services nila? Of course, for the customers. And also, they have the relationship here. So for company and providers, we have the so-called internal marketing, which is between the company and providers. Ano yung meron sa kanila? They have the internal marketing, which is in our previous lessons, diniscuss natin yung definition ng internal marketing, which is nangyayari yun sa loob ng kumpanya, sa pagitan ng kumpanya at ng employees nila. Bakit? Ang internal marketing kasi, ito yung tinatawag natin na example dito is the vertical communications and horizontal communication. What do you mean by vertical communications and horizontal communication? Ang vertical communications ay nangyayari between the company and providers. Sa paanong paraan? For example, we have the highest position and the lowest position, okay, ng mga empleyado. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng vertical communication from lowest position to highest position, nagkakaroon tayo ng communication between them. So, possible na yung mga managers, yung mga boss natin, nire-relay nila information for their subordinates or yung mga lower position below them. So, yun po yung talaga natin na vertical communication. From the word vertical, ito ay from top to bottom. So, yun po yung tinatawag natin na vertical communication. And when we say horizontal communication, it is happening between the same level position employees. So, for example, ako na meron akong kasama sa trabaho na kaparehas lang ng position ko, so nagkakaroon ng horizontal communication. Ibig sabihin, horizontal, ayan. So, parallel to my co-employees. So, yun po yung tinatawag natin na horizontal communication, which is part of internal marketing. So, tandaan nyo na ang internal marketing ay nangyayari or nagaganap between the company and the providers, which is the providers is also called as our employees. Okay? And for the company and customers, meron din tayong nangyayari na na communication between them. So, ayun naman tinatawag na external marketing. So, when we say external marketing from the company, ibibigay nila yung advertising, sales promotion, public relations, and direct marketing for our customers para ma-promote natin or ma-market natin yung ating products. So, it happens between company and customers. And what do you mean by interactive marketing, by the way? So we have internal, we have external, we also have interactive marketing. Yung interactive marketing, nangyayari yun between providers and customers. So who are our providers? Our employees. Yan, ulit tayo doon para malaman natin or para mas maintindihan natin yung role nila sa services marketing triangle. So between providers and customers, we have interactive marketing, which is in interactive marketing, nangyayari yung personal selling encounters, or personal selling, or yung tinatawag natin na service encounters, customer service center, and service escapes or social media. So sa providers kasi, for example, I am an employee of a certain company. I will market the products of my own company. Bakit? Doon sa mga customers kasi, yun po yung tinatawag na personal selling. Ikaw mismo nakita mo or na-experience mo kung ano yung meron doon sa product ng company or sa service na ino-offer ng company nyo. So, paglabas mo ng kumpanya nyo, sa mga kakilala mo, sa mga friends mo, ibebenta mo ngayon or ipi-PR mo, ipa-personal selling mo yung products or services na meron kayo sa ibang tao na kakilala mo. So, that is the relation between the providers and the customers, which is the so-called interactive marketing. At sa lahat ng yan, umiikot din yung technology. Umiikot dyan yung technology. So, sa technology, it applies for all of the marketing involved here in the services marketing triangle. So, yun po yung ibig sabihin ng services marketing triangle na meron tayo dito sa topic na to, which is the topic number 8. Okay, so let us proceed to our next topic, which is the significance of services marketing under also the topic number 8. Okay, so what do you mean by significance of services marketing? So, in significance of services marketing, makikita natin dito kung ano ba yung mga kahalagahan ng services marketing natin in our industry. So, number 1 significance ng services marketing is the generation of employment opportunities. Of course, kapag meron tayong service marketing, mas dumadami yung nabibigyan ng trabaho in our country. The components of the service sector are wide and varied. So for example, the service sector includes personal care, education, Medicare, communication, tourism, hospitality, banking, insurance, transportation, consultancy, services, etc. So the organized and systematic development of the service sector would create enormous employment opportunities. So yun po yung number 1 significance ng services marketing. Number 2 is the optimum utilization of resources. What do you mean by optimum utilization? So service firms such as personal care services, the entertainment services, tourism services, hotel service, contribute to the growth of the economy without consuming any natural resources. So in a sense, the growth of service firms of this kind conserves natural resources. Thus, services marketing help conserve the valuable resources for future generations. So, nagkakaroon ngayon ng utilization of resources wherein hindi natin kailangan mag-consume ng so much natural resources because we are offering services. We are not offering products like we are using raw materials from that is harmful for our environment or for our natural resources. So that is the meaning of number 2. Number 3 is the capital formation. When we say capital formation, so there are indications that services will grow more rapidly in the near future. So it is all about the economic, social, and political factors signal an expansion of the service sector. So investment and job generations are far greater in the service sector compared to manufacturing. So when we say capital formation, dito napapasok yung economic, social, and political factors. It signals an expansion sa ating economy. So that is the meaning of capital formation. So when we have services marketing, we also increase the standard of living of the people who are involved in our services marketing. So the standard living of people in any country would be decided on the basis of quality and standard of products consumed or services availed in the day-to-day living. So if we offer to them a service or a product which is high in quality, tataas yung standard nila ng pamumuhay. So, yun po yung increase in standard of living. Okay, so for the classification of services marketing, we have 3 classifications of services marketing. Number 1 is the people processing service, number 2 is the possession processing, and number 3 is the mental stimulus or information-based services. So, let us differentiate those 3. So, for people processing service, we are pertaining to the services require the customer's presence while the services are being provided. So, for example, we have medical services, passenger transport, hotels, fitness centers, and beauticians. So, in this kind of service, we must involve ourselves during those times na pinaprovide yung services. So, hindi pa pwede na wala ka doon habang pina-perform yung services na ino-offer sa'yo nung company or nung establishments na yun. So, that is the people processing service. Number 2 is the possession processing. When we say possession processing, meron ka ng pagmamay-ari na bagay na to at ibibigay nila sa iyo yung service na yun. For example, sa laundry, sa repair services, kapag may nasira kang gamit, idadalhin mo ngayon dun sa repair services. For example, nasira yung cellphone mo, dadalhin mo ngayon siya sa cellphone repairs, and they will offer services na magagawa yung cellphone mo. So, ganun din sa laundry. Meron kang pagmamayari na damit na marumi, dadalhin mo sa laundry para malinis nila, and they are offering also their service. And number 3, we have the mental stimulus or information-based services. So, in this kind of services marketing, under this heading are developing a range of services aimed at people's minds and assets. So, ito yung services na kailangan maramdaman ng tao at hindi mo na kailangan na nandun yung tao or present yung tao para ma-experience niya yung services na ino-offer ng isang establishment or isang company. So, for example, dito sa mental stimulus or information-based services, ito yung mga examples niyan. We have the DVDs before, yan yung mga books, movies, and so are exportable as products. So, yung services, pwede siya dapat ma-convert into a product para ma-experience ngayon nung customer yung services na ino-offer mo. So, hindi na kailangan ng personal contact between the company or the establishment to the customer para ma-experience yung service. Ang kailangan na lang is ma-export yung service into a product. So, yun po yung tinatawag na mental stimulus or information-based services. So, let us proceed to the characteristics of services marketing. Of course, we have different characteristics of services marketing. Number 1 is the intangibility. Tangibility, it also means na hindi nahahawakan because it is service, diba? And also, we have the inseparability. So, inseparability of production and consumption involves simultaneous production and consumption which characterizes most services. So, ito yung dinidiscuss natin before na we cannot separate the production and consumption. At the same time, na ginagawa yung service, kailangan kino-consume na siya. We also have the heterogeneity. So, heterogeneity concerns the potential for high variability in the performance of services. When we say heterogeneous, diba? Dapat magkakaiba. Meron siyang variety, meron siyang variation. And also, we have the perishability. When we say perishability, means the services cannot be saved. So, because services are performance frequently that cannot be stored, and services businesses frequently find it difficult to synchronize supply and demand. So, hindi siya pwedeng i-store unlike products. So, services cannot be stored. So, perishability. Okay, so that ends our topic number 8, which is all about the services marketing. And I hope to see you sa ating lesson number 9. See ya!